Oh, what was your fondest memory of Patrice on O&A? I don't really have any memories of Patrice. He was just, you know, he was just a guy that came in. I don't really have any memories of Patrice. Sorry. Oh, what was your fondest memory of Patrice on O&A? I don't really have any memories of Patrice. He was just, you know, he was just a guy that came in. I don't really have any memories of Patrice. Sorry. Daniel's new. We got to give him a little time. He was on TikTok. I think he's going to become one of ours. Daniel, I can't tell the same stories over and over again. I'm trying not to. Got plenty of memories with the Patrice O'Neal. Plenty. I simply put, like, when I knew I was hanging out with Patrice after the show, which was here and there, it wasn't on a regular basis, but he did a lot for our show. So he went to a lot of things with us, and it was just an adventure every single time. He would hold court wherever we go. We went and just got pizza at, like, I don't know, the best pizza place in New York, Sabaros or whatever they're called. And he would just hold court and make everybody laugh, and he would just work the whole place. Next thing you know, it turned into almost like a mini comedy club. He had such a aura about him that people were just drawn to his energy. Oh, it was just awesome. Always in establishments, he would shush everybody, and everyone would turn around like, where did that shush come from? And we would just be giggling like idiots. It was all just the dumb, simple little things with him. Having one of the big movie reviewers in New York tell him, "Who asked you?" Is one of my favorites. I always get the guy's name wrong. I think it was, it doesn't matter. Sandy Kenyon, I think. Is that his name? He's like a big film critic here in New York City. No one cares about him. And we saw Cloverfield and it stunk on ice. And I don't remember anymore exactly what Patrice said, but he basically said something like that sucked or that stunk or that stinks. And he said it so loud and everyone just starts laughing because everyone was feeling the same thing. That Cloverfield could have been a great movie. That stupid shaky cam was just the dumbest idea ever. Ever, because the movie itself was pretty badass. The writing was kind of cool. But I think it was Sandy Kenyon. I think that's his name. And he's like, no one asked you. And usually when someone like hits you with something like that, you get angry right away, and most humans would. And Patrice just goes like this. Ah, that laugh of his. Ah, just points and laughs at the guy. The guy grabs his little notepad that he was writing his stupid notes on for his review that no one is going to give a crap about. And he marches away. He turns his back on Patrice, and Patrice is laughing and just points like this. Patrice would not let it go. When he knew it was working, he wouldn't just stop because now the guy's walking, so he's still laughing. He's walking out of the aisle, up the row, and out the back door. Oh, that's the stuff that I truly miss. And then the radio stuff speaks for itself, obviously. His deep, out of nowhere, felt like concepts on things were just phenomenal. His bit about eating like endangered species and just eating the blowhole of a whale, just throwing the rest of the whale away just so he could eat the blowhole. Just brilliant, deep, well thought out concepts that you almost got to think that he wrote down ahead of time. But I've said it a million times. I don't know when I was watching Patrice with planned material that he had written down and stuff he was just doing off the cuff. I'm sure a lot of these things he thought about in broad strokes, but actually writing out the bit. I don't know when he actually wrote out the bits and when he was just going with it. That was the beauty of that guy. You would go see him, and his stand-up, you would be like, is he making all of this up in front of our eyes? He was a natural at it. He worked hard, so I would imagine that no, but he made it feel like he was doing everything off the cuff. You know, when you go see a comedian and and I personally don't like this, but who am I? But a lot of comedians they need their bits incredibly polished where they take out one word. They'll do the same bit for months in comedy clubs, and then they'll adjust one word, or they got to move this over here a little and that. And after a while, sure, the bit's obviously funny, but it's so polished, it's just a bit in the end. And with Patrice, I love the comedians that they're on that stage, and look, they work hard too, but it's not as polished. There's a little dirt in there, and it just feels more natural to me. But most comedians, they work so hard that they're like, oh, that I can't use that word, and I got to substitute this word for this word over here, and I'm going to move the first joke over here, and it almost feels like it's it's thought out too much.